Ever feel like your creativity has hit a wall? You're not alone. Did you know that 70% of creative professionals report experiencing a mental block at least once a week? And it's not just about being stuck. These blocks can stifle your ideas and halt your progress. Here's a surprising fact. Creativity isn't just a talent. It's a skill that can be learned and improved. Yet, many people give up on their creative dreams because they don't know how to overcome common hurdles. You might be facing one of these blocks right now and not even realize it. In this video, we'll dive into 6 sneaky creative blocks that are probably holding you back. We'll explore how to tackle the blank canvas syndrome, manage idea overload, break free from perfection paralysis, escape the comparison trap, solve the motivation mystery, and turn resource restraint into a strength. Ready to unlock your full creative potential? Let's get started on smashing these blocks and reigniting your creative fire. Conquer the void. Overcoming blank canvas syndrome. Starting a creative project can be intimidating, especially when staring at a blank page or canvas. This feeling, often called blank canvas syndrome, affects even the most seasoned creatives. But don't worry, there are ways to conquer it. First, set small, achievable goals. Instead of aiming to write a novel, start with a short story or even a paragraph. This makes the task less daunting and helps build momentum. According to a study by the American Psychological Association, setting small, attainable goals can boost your motivation and productivity by up to 25%. Next, use creative prompts. Prompts can kickstart your imagination and give you a direction to follow. There are countless books and websites dedicated to creative prompts, providing a wealth of inspiration. For example, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron suggests writing 3 pages of stream of consciousness thoughts every morning. This exercise can unlock ideas you didn't know you had. Another effective strategy is to change your environment. Sometimes, a new setting can stimulate creativity. If you usually work indoors, try taking your sketchbook to a park or a cafe. A 2014 study found that people who spent time in nature experienced a 50% increase in creativity. The change in scenery can provide new perspectives and ideas. Breaking tasks into chunks is also beneficial. Tackle your project in stages, focusing on one part at a time. This not only makes the work more manageable but also gives you a sense of accomplishment as you complete each section. As productivity expert David Allen says, you can do anything, but not everything. Don't forget to embrace imperfection. Perfectionism can paralyze you before you even start. Allow yourself to make mistakes and understand that they are part of the creative process. As the saying goes, done is better than perfect. Lastly, seek out inspiration from others. Surround yourself with creative work that you admire. Whether it's visiting an art gallery, reading a novel, or watching a film, immersing yourself in creativity can spark your own ideas. Remember, even the greatest artists and writers draw inspiration from others. Simplify to amplify. Managing idea overload. Having too many ideas can be just as paralyzing as having none. This phenomenon, known as idea overload, can leave you feeling overwhelmed and unable to focus. However, with the right strategies, you can manage your ideas and turn them into actionable steps. Start by using a mind map. Mind mapping is a visual tool that helps organize your thoughts and see connections between ideas. According to Tony Buzan, the inventor of mind mapping, this technique can enhance creativity by 50%. Begin with your central idea in the middle of the page, then branch out with related concepts. This helps you visualize the big picture and identify the most promising ideas. Another helpful method is the box method. Divide a page into 4 boxes and categorize your ideas into themes. This approach not only organizes your thoughts but also highlights recurring patterns and priorities. By grouping similar ideas, you can see which ones align best with your goals. Prioritize your ideas by their potential impact. Ask yourself which ideas are most exciting or relevant to your project. Stephen Covey, author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, suggests focusing on what is important rather than what is urgent. This ensures that your energy is spent on ideas that will yield the best results. Create an idea backlog. Just like a to-do list, an idea backlog keeps track of all your thoughts without overwhelming you. Write down every idea that comes to mind, but don't feel the need to act on them immediately. Revisit your list periodically and select the ones that still resonate with you. This prevents your mind from becoming cluttered and allows you to focus on one idea at a time. Set aside time for brainstorming. Dedicate specific periods to generate and explore new ideas without pressure. This could be a weekly session where you allow yourself to think freely and creatively. Scheduling this time ensures that you have a structured way to manage your ideas without them interrupting your workflow. Lastly, practice saying no. Not every idea is worth pursuing, and that's okay. Learning to let go of less promising ideas can free up mental space for the ones that truly matter. As Steve Jobs famously said, innovation is saying no to 1,000 things. Perfectly imperfect, breaking free from perfection paralysis. Perfectionism can be a massive roadblock to creativity. The fear of not getting things right often stops us from even starting. Let's explore how to break free from perfection paralysis. First, set realistic expectations. Aim for progress, not perfection. Understand that the first draft doesn't have to be flawless. Author Anne Lamott, in her book, Bird by Bird, emphasizes the importance of writing shitty first drafts. This liberates you to get your ideas down without judgment. Embrace the iterative process. Creativity is rarely a one-and-done deal. Refine and improve your work over multiple drafts. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Iteration helps you improve your ideas and learn from mistakes. Use the Pomodoro technique. Work in focused 25-minute intervals followed by a 5-minute break. This method, developed by Francesco Cirillo, can increase productivity and reduce the pressure to be perfect. When you know you only have 25 minutes, you're less likely to get stuck on minor details. Share your work early and often. Getting feedback can provide new perspectives and validate your efforts. Don't wait until your project is perfect to share it with others. As writer Seth Godin puts it, ship it. Letting others see your progress can be motivating and offer valuable insights. Set deadlines. Deadlines create a sense of urgency and help you avoid endless tweaking. According to Parkinson's law, work expands to fill the time available for its completion. Having a clear end date forces you to prioritize what's most important and finish your work. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Enjoy the journey of creating rather than fixating on the final product. This shift in mindset can reduce the pressure and make the act of creating more enjoyable. As motivational speaker Tony Robbins says, the path to success is to take massive, determined action. Lastly, cultivate self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Perfectionism often stems from a fear of failure and harsh self-criticism. Recognize that making mistakes is a natural part of the creative process. Unique you. Escaping the comparison trap. Comparing yourself to others can be a creativity killer. It can make you doubt your abilities and stifle your unique voice. Here's how to escape the comparison trap. First, focus on your journey. Everyone's path is different, and comparing yours to someone else's can be misleading. Celebrate your progress and milestones. As Theodore Roosevelt said, comparison is the thief of joy. Recognize your achievements, no matter how small. Limit your time on social media. Platforms like Instagram and Facebook often showcase curated, idealized versions of reality. According to a 2017 study by the Royal Society for Public Health, social media can increase feelings of inadequacy and anxiety. Reducing your screen time can help you focus on your own work. Develop a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities can be developed through hard work and dedication. Carol Dweck, a psychologist at Stanford University, found that people with a growth mindset are more likely to embrace challenges and persevere. This mindset shift can help you view others' success as inspiration rather than competition. Surround yourself with supportive people. Find a community that encourages and uplifts you. Whether it's a writing group, an art class, or an online forum, connecting with like-minded individuals can provide support and motivation. As Jim Rohn said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Keep a success journal. Write down your daily achievements and positive experiences. This practice helps you focus on your strengths and progress. A 2005 study by Martin Seligman found that reflecting on positive events can increase well-being and optimism. Create for yourself. Remember why you started your creative journey in the first place. Focus on what brings you joy and satisfaction. When you create for yourself rather than for external validation, your work becomes more authentic and fulfilling. Reignite your spark. Solving the motivation mystery. Losing motivation can happen to anyone, even the most passionate creatives. But don't worry, there are effective ways to reignite your creative spark. Let's explore some practical strategies to keep you inspired and productive. First, revisit your why. Remember why you started your creative journey. Reflect on the passion and excitement that fueled your initial interest. This can help you reconnect with your purpose. As Simon Sinek says in his book, Start with Why, working hard for something we don't care about is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion. Set clear and achievable goals. Break down your larger projects into smaller, manageable tasks. This makes the process less overwhelming and helps you see progress. According to a study by Harvard Business Review, setting specific goals can increase motivation and performance by 15%. Create a routine. Consistency can help build momentum. Dedicate a specific time each day to work on your creative projects. This habit signals to your brain that it's time to be creative, making it easier to get started. As writer Haruki Murakami notes, when I'm in writing mode for a novel, I get up at 4 a.m. and work for 5 to 6 hours. Surround yourself with inspiration. Fill your workspace with things that inspire you, whether it's artwork, books, or music. This can create an environment that fosters creativity. A 2015 study found that working in a visually stimulating environment can boost creative performance by 20%. Seek new experiences. Sometimes, stepping outside your comfort zone can spark new ideas. Travel, try a new hobby, or simply change your routine. These experiences can provide fresh perspectives and fuel your creativity. As author Elizabeth Gilbert says, if you're alive, you're a creative person. Collaborate with others. Working with fellow creatives can provide new insights and keep you motivated. Collaboration encourages idea sharing and can lead to exciting new projects. A study by Stanford University found that people who collaborated on a task were 64% more likely to stick with it. Reward yourself. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Rewarding yourself for completing tasks can boost your motivation and make the creative process more enjoyable. Behavioral psychologist B.F. Skinner found that positive reinforcement can increase the likelihood of a behavior being repeated. Creativity unchained. Turning limitations into opportunities. Sometimes, limited resources can feel like a major creative block. However, these constraints can actually enhance creativity by pushing you to think outside the box. Let's explore how to turn limitations into opportunities. First, embrace constraints. Recognize that limitations can foster creativity. According to a study by the University of Amsterdam, constraints can lead to higher quality and more innovative ideas. When you have fewer options, you're forced to be more inventive. Use what you have. Look around and see how you can repurpose materials. This approach not only saves money but also stimulates creative thinking. As architect Frank Gehry said, creativity is about play and a kind of willingness to go with your intuition. Set creative challenges. Give yourself constraints deliberately. For example, try creating art with a limited color palette or writing a story within a specific word count. These challenges can push you to explore new techniques and ideas. Picasso once said, "Art is the elimination of the unnecessary." Collaborate with others. Pooling resources and ideas with fellow creatives can help you overcome individual limitations. Collaboration can lead to innovative solutions and new opportunities. A study by MIT found that teams with diverse backgrounds can outperform homogeneous ones by 35%. Seek community resources. Libraries, community centers, and local arts organizations often offer free or low-cost resources and workshops. These can provide access to materials, tools, and knowledge you might not have on your own. Don't hesitate to tap into these community assets. Learn from constraints. Reflect on how past limitations have led to creative solutions. This can boost your confidence and remind you that constraints are not obstacles but opportunities. As entrepreneur Tina Seelig writes in Ingenious, constraints drive creativity. They force us to think differently and produce innovative solutions. Stay flexible. Be willing to adapt and change your approach. Flexibility allows you to find creative solutions when faced with unexpected challenges. As Bruce Lee famously said, "Be like water making its way through cracks." Do not be assertive, but adjust to the object, and you shall find a way around or through it. By embracing constraints and turning them into opportunities, you can unlock new levels of creativity. Limitations don't have to hold you back. They can be the very thing that propels you forward.